Let's get ready to
Ripple fight!
What the hell is even that?
That is one big pilot.
For a modern gaming audience.
Why are you running?
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
We're communists.
Woke.
Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? I'm like, what comic books are you reading?
I'm cured! Praise God!
He vatored! He vatored!
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
For a modern gaming audience.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble.
Welcome to Nerd Wars. Sorry about that. Welcome to Nerd Wars.
Please clap.
Welcome. Absolute pleasure to have you all here. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able because X said, nah, I don't want to. But I'm like, I pay $8 a month for you. So I just want to like pull you up for tabs and send my buddies a DM for... No. But I pay you $8. No. As a pleasure, we finally got you here, ABF. How you doing, buddy?
Great. It seems like turning it off and on again helped, didn't it?
No, I thought it was I was a bot because I was just like tab, and apparently it doesn't like that when I DDoS X. Get off my back, Elon. I'll DDoS whoever I want to for $8 a month. Thank you very much. You gonna be doing some gaming tonight, ABF? What are you playing? I saw the thumbnail, but I just glimpsed it and I clicked. I'm like, ooh, what's he playing?
My summer car.
Oh,
Looking forward to it.
In prep for my winter car?
Yes, because I bought both of them as a package on sale.
Simulator or?
Yeah, you build a car and then you drive it and you crash it and you drink and pee a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And die. You also die a lot too.
DUI simulator.
Yes, partly. Yeah, you can get arrested and whatnot. We had no Hayden today, and I went, thank God, we're gonna do lots of racisms tonight. So I gotta hit up Isaac and make sure I get him on. How you doing, buddy?
Doing well. I leered a lot this week. I realized that you are correct. X is very troublesome. The only time I have issues is when you say racial slurs on X. They tend to think you're a bot. I wouldn't know anything about that. That's secondhand knowledge.
My morning tweet, my morning racism did not show up in the timeline. When I went back through later, I'm like, my reply should have been in there somewhere for some reason. It wasn't.
Disability limited. What's that mean? Yeah. So
somebody swept
that's
it
my
away.
week.
Yeah.
Like
Try replying with a picture of the things you were trying to say. That works.
Very true.
Yes, I know, but like
It's always less racist with the photo, right?
That's what I used to do. I would reply with the GIF. Yes, like I would let the GIF do the talking for me. But like,
you know what I do? I type what I want to say. Don't post it. Screenshot it, and then post the screenshot of what I want to say. It's a workround. So.
Oh, but I pay $8 a month.
Microsoft Word said it.
God, obviously not even use like code words and stuff. It's like nah, but I pay you $8 a month. Nah.
Yep.
Magnum Norris, how you doing? I can't imagine your X algorithm likes you. How you doing, buddy?
No, I've learned. I learned the hard way, so I know what to do now. So, but yeah, I can't say anything on YouTube. But I had one of the best days of my life today. Being able to walk into your favorite store ever with an unlimited budget is probably the coolest thing ever. So great.
You got to do supermarket sweepstakes finally? Your dream of being on there?
Just kind of been waiting for this time of year to do some real splurging. So
just doing some very serious professional modding right now.
Somebody's yelling.
You know what? When I go to the dollar store, I like to say I can afford anything in this whole damn building. And it's a good feeling, very empowering. The $1.25 store now. Thank you, Biden. But
yeah, $400 and the whole store is empty. Yeah,
exactly right. Yeah.
My only issue is
Euro trip. You're like, I'm gonna buy this hotel.
Yeah, easy mode. Yeah, my issue is I can afford everything at the dollar store. It's getting the meth head with the neck tattoos to actually come up to the cash register and do cashiering.
Exactly.
So that's why I asked the trans employee instead.
Yeah.
it's actually pretty decent once you go track it down in the store and have it come do its job. We have a lot to get to today. But we always have time for chat and reminding them to hit that thumbs up. Please, chat. It was a clusterfuck today. If you could please share the stream and hit that thumbs up and subscribe, it would mean so much. All right, we're getting into it. ABF's got gaming to do after this. Mark Mitchell, how are you not following him yet, chat? What is wrong with you?
Yep.
I love this man.
One of the best follows on X, 100%. And you introduced me to him. I very happy about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mark Mitchell of Rasmussen Reports, literally the only pollster worth a fuck, which is why he refers to himself as the poorest pollster in America or something like that. Because for some reason, the most accurate pollster, politicians don't want to pay him for his actually accurate polling. They prefer to be lied to. That's the state of politics these days. This Minnesota situation should probably be its own sidebar page in the Death of an Empire chapter in the history books. We talk a lot about some fourth turnings, and they're kind of these bigger ideas that are kind of outside, a little nebulous. People talk about how you don't realize you're living through history when you are, but we're in that unique position where we are so informed thanks to the internet that we actually do realize that we are living through history. Except it's not the good kind. It's the death of an empire kind. Isaac, you seem to agree with that a bit?
Yeah, we're discovering lead in the aqueducts of the Roman Empire at this point. We're,
the barbarians are inside the walls.
Yeah,
it took like 400 years. Yeah, go ahead.
It's not unrecoverable, though. It's not unrecoverable, 100%. And it's very simple measures, very just returning to American Christian Western values. It's as simple as that.
Normal, as we call it, or far right, as the mainstream media calls it.
Exactly, yes.
Magnum, how you feel about living through the fall of Rome?
Yeah, so like I was trying to say real quick, was like 400 years is about how long it took for the Roman Empire to fall. So we got a little bit of time to turn it around, and we are definitely at a fork
next year.
We're at a fork in the road here, and we can either just if we don't do shit about this, then we're definitely going down. If we just let it continue, if the empire is falling, but if we actually hold not just the people doing it accountable, but the people that taught them how to do it accountable, then we might have a chance. So,
yeah, because you think the Somalis just decided to do this all on their own?
Oh yeah, so they just spawned up in Minnesota, on their own, and they learned how to do all this fraud on their own.
The Somalis, shout out to Mike Benz, actually connected the Somalis to Epstein because he helped with the flights that were running guns over to Somalia and doing this little war stuff, which then is how they ended up coming over here. So it's literally Epstein connected to, because he did more than just like blackmail and all that stuff. He also did all the financial side, plus all like the biotech side. ABF, are we being too hyperbolic, or are we just clickbaiting, or are we possibly living through the fall of civilization?
Well, first off, I just want to thank George Floyd for dying trying to tell us about what was going on in Minnesota.
Yes. Till his final breath, he was preaching the truth, ABF. Yeah.
But no,
I got to pay my taxes soon. I won't be able to breathe when I see that. Yes, ABF?
You know how you're always saying just scratch the surface on certain stuff? And that one YouTuber did that. He scratched the surface and he found so much.
Yep.
Imagine if actual, authorities get into it.
Yeah, he said 300 million in a day. Well, that's the thing, is supposedly the FBI has been going through it. That's how we got the Catherine Herridge reporting like a week or two before and whatnot. Yeah, we'll be getting into the chance. Yeah.
Well, what's funny is that there were people knew about this, but they didn't understand how to use social media to get it out until some Zoomer came around and figured it out.
Yeah, exactly. Nick Shirley, 23-year-old.
It's like, yeah, put it on X, put it on X, and people will see it. Oh, okay. Yeah.
One good point too is it got over 100 million views on X and barely 1 million on YouTube. So that tells you where the eyes are right now and where sites are pushing this type of content for the better. For the better.
Mm. So this is, God, I hope this creates a bajillion James O'Keefe's. Please, God. Like I've always said, if you're in this space, go out and do man on the street interviews. The other option is, we happen to know someone who, go film the SJWs rioting. Go film the Antifa people. That stuff is super popular. It's viral. Like social media and whatnot love pushing that sort of stuff. Just going outside in general and like, talking to people like outside, algorithm just loves that for some reason on all the social media sites. So if you want to pop
live
off
vicariously through people going outside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Because they don't go outside.
While you're infinity scrolling inside. Yes. So for real, you want to pop off. It's the easiest way to do it. Or you can do the how many moons does the Earth have to like a 23-year-old like black girl or whatever.
Yes.
That's always funny too. Or have some dumb 19-year-old white woman try to do math or something.
Yeah. Who won in the Revolutionary War, Japan or Germany? That's the real big question.
Yes, exactly. That sort of stuff. That's great. Or you can just ask general like questions. And then if you want to live a little more dangerously, you can go James O'Keefe and dress up in a pimp outfit and go expose Acorn, I believe it was. Yeah,
Yep.
the NGO
Yes.
getting all the Obama bucks.
Yeah,
Dressed
don't
up
do
as a
these
pimp.
things without protection of some sort.
Oh, that's the thing. Yeah, Nick Shirley's definitely gonna have to get one. Shout out Cole Hauser.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to something someone said though. Here? Yes, Ninja Master. I'll say this about Minnesota. As an inmate of California, I'm generally surprised now. Never in my wildest dreams did I think there was a more crazy welfare state than here. SKS Cartoon absolutely nails it as usual. Minnesota, California.
I think we just need to take what we're finding out about Minnesota and then just like one for one it in California, and you're gonna find everything.
And every other blue state. Illinois is where they learn this from, man.
And as Elon, that's another one. As Elon points out, though, like this blue right here, you zoom out again, and all this blue is actually another iceberg, and it's federal entitlement, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. That is where all of the actual fraud is. Elon was guesstimating about $1.5 trillion of fraud a year, and he said it's probably more. $1.5 trillion. That is almost impossible for normal people like us to think of. You got to be like a billionaire CEO or some like super scientist like into like astronomy and shit to be able to. Even $1 billion is basically impossible for us to truly comprehend.
$1 billion is 1,000 million. Think about that.
Yes, $1.5 trillion. You can't like it's putting like Zaphod Beeblebrox in the box that tells you you're the most important person in the world and it destroys your brain kind of a thing. Like you can't comprehend it unless you got that special brain that can. $1.5 trillion of fraud. ABF, I don't want to pay taxes anymore. What are your thoughts?
I'm right there with you. How do we do it?
Magnum.
So this is like one big circle jerk because the daycare centers turn around and they pay off the campaigns too. So like the Democrats give them money, our money, and then the daycare centers donate to their campaigns, and then they turn around and give them the money in a cycle.
Been seeing some excellent graphs going around. Like that's another good way, another effective thing. If you don't want to go outside, you want to hide, infographics. Isaac understands the memes. The memes are great too, but in one of these situations,
you have to transcend beyond that. Yes.
Yeah, it's not just about in this situation, not about getting people to laugh. It's about getting information out there, and you can do that with memes, but a nice infographic.
Just learn how to use PowerPoint.
And honestly, you won't like to hear it, but short form content. That's why stuff like I'm not a TikToker, not into that, but if you can infiltrate these sites, these platforms,
and
get
Instagram
good quality
Shorts
stuff. Exactly, yeah.
And apparently Instagram Shorts is a bit better too because Facebook, Zuckerberg did ease this stuff up. So some of the stuff, like the Nick Fuentes
My most
and
racist
whatnot,
memes that friends send me are from Instagram, so that tells you something right there. Yeah.
And we were kind of wondering if he was going to follow through on that, and he did. It does seem like they eased some of the rules on that. So credit there. Now here we go. We got all the tabs. Orrin McIntyre points this out. Or actually, no, we'll go Battle Beagle first. USA is battleground for various scammers extracting max wealth for preferred ethnic groups. I keep talking about how we're ruled over by various mafias, generally ethnic in nature, occasionally ideological. The Somali scandal is only getting the attention it's receiving because it's so obvious and clumsy. There are plenty more competent and organized groups extracting far more. It's the tippiest little tip of the iceberg, but it's so perfect. We'll talk about it a little bit later, but this is so perfect to expose. And if the Trump administration flubs this one, we're fucked. We're not getting any sort of like anything getting fixed. That's actually the second half of our stream today. Is are the Republicans actually going to do anything? Before we get to tabs, my vote's no. You guys?
Not likely. Not likely.
Not likely. Republicans doing shit, ABF?
I think that they are going to try to weaponize this, and they probably wish that this didn't come out until October as their October surprise for the midterms. So they're probably going to drag their feet on it and then go heavy with it. That's my prediction.
They need to. I just don't know if they will. I can't honestly. Yeah, I'm 50-50 on whether they're actually going to do something. Somebody's going to try to do something, but all of them, no. Like, some of them are gonna cuck, you know.
X will let me put it up. RFK is just saying, yes, sorry, Minnesota, we're just cutting off all of your funding for now.
They should do that for every state, probably.
But
there's a way to check on everything.
They need to arrest.
That's what it was. Audits.
They need to arrest. We need to see heads roll.
Oh,
otherwise that ain't enough.
Well,
because like
peacefully and legally,
hold people. Oh, I mean, yeah.
Yes,
hold people accountable is not good enough. Like I keep hearing hold people accountable, and it's like that means do nothing.
Deporting the entire Somali community, I think, is a very moderate progressive position.
It's very minimal. Yeah,
far more extreme thoughts on that.
It has to be politicians, though. It has to be the politicians that perpetrated this.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that because the FBI is getting some arrests, but it's like, how about the ones actually in charge of this stuff? ABF, what were we saying before we get to Cole?
What I was going to say is we should stop it in every single state. I don't like how my federal tax dollars are going to any daycares. When did we decide to do this? This is retarded.
Yeah.
The refugees around here, they get to live in houses and have nice cars and have no jobs, and then they drink all day and then shoot 100 rounds at each other for funsies.
Yeah, this seems like
an apartment complex.
It seems like something that should be run on the state level, not the federal level.
Well, we had the federal Doge, and they were actually doing state Doges. I wonder what happened to that Doge. I wonder why Elon ran out of Washington.
Biggest letdown of the year was that leaving Doge. Yeah,
this was state and Fed. So like the state was obviously giving the money, but then the Fed gives every state money, and then the state basically decides what to do with it from there. As far as I can tell, like the Fed gives Chicago.
Elon was saying some of the biggest fraud is the federal money, like giving them block grants to states. Cole Hauser for 2 Canadian. Hail Isaac, ABF, Magnum, and Irwin. Praise Raw. We actually have a clip.
Praise
Hey, I got something.
Whoa, look at the size of it.
Yep, it's a whopper, all right.
I want to see. He keeps threatening to withhold federal funding. Now is the time to do it. Keeps talking about how these governors need arrested. Now is the time to do it. If it doesn't happen now, I'm sorry, guys. It's probably never going to happen. But, oh God, no, we're moving on. We're moving on.
And I just want to say, Cole Hauser made a great point earlier. I was playing Modern Warfare 2 with him on PS3 for like all day earlier, and he made a great point. Matt Gaetz, if Matt Gaetz was Attorney General,
there would be
zero difference. A lot more results right now.
No, there would be zero difference. I continue having segments where I keep showing him fully endorsing Pam Bondi and Susie Wiles and every member of the administration. So Matt Gaetz would be doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, it takes more than one dude, one person. Yeah, but one person can sabotage a lot. But
Isaac, dude, I was the original Matt Gaetz. I was the original guy for Matt Gaetz, and he keeps making me go, "Oh, okay, never mind. You wouldn't have made any difference."
Okay,
he is fully.
Well, I'll have to look into it more. Yeah.
He wants another position too, so he's playing Mr. Everything the administration does is perfect, 100%.
That's what I was just thinking when you said
really,
that.
Because I've seen him rail pretty hard against the MAGA stuff and everything. And
oh well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
He just suddenly is really going on about Israel now out of nowhere. And that's why, he gets people like you to like him, and then you miss the part where he loves Susie Wiles, who helped with Yahoo's campaign.
He does have a track record of not taking money from them, from years past, and I like that,
and it's Florida, so the Israel.
So what you're saying is,
yes,
a
he got run out of the
politician.
state. Yeah.
He didn't talk about it when he was a politician. As soon as he gets out, he pulls a Tucker Carlson.
Oh,
Hey
well, yeah,
guys,
that's a
I
big
hear
part
this.
of it, yeah.
I hear this Jew thing's getting a lot of views. It's like, okay, man. Oh, that
Yeah.
Pam Bondi is doing a phenomenal job. Well, Trump keeps dropping truths, saying the exact opposite, bud. So yeah,
I'm just
he won,
saying, I
that's made
think a guy
difference.
of his age is going to do better than an old lady. You know, in general, demeanor, everything. I think he would be much more aggressive in pursuing arrests. I think so personally. I think demeanor has a lot to do with it.
Yeah,
I was
Bondi.
the original person who thought that, and Matt Gaetz is the one who has made me think otherwise.
So he
It's
talked you
a-
out of it himself. That sucks. Yeah.
It's a hypothetical. Though. I mean, maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't, but he ain't gonna do it.
I'm the guy who loved all the Freedom Caucus guys. I'm like, oh yeah, they're getting in, and then they all turned into
100%, yeah.
Trey Gowdy's and Mark Meadows and Mike Pence's.
And Cash Patel.
Well, look at Marjorie
Patels,
Taylor Greene
the
going on
fake-
CNN lately. You know, it's like
all of what's Thomas Massey and those guys keep going on CNN and stuff too. It's embarrassing.
Oh, another person brought this up. I think it was my own mother brought this up. She was like, "Yeah, why did it take some kid to knock on doors for people to figure this out instead of Cash Patel doing it?"
That's we'll be going through some replies. A lot of people are asking those sorts of questions. Kevin Bass, they don't steal from you because you are racist. They call you racist so that they can steal from you. A lot of people starting to finally figure this out. Andrew Tate can't figure out why he is so banned. You think a few daycares in buttfuck Minnesota is the fraud? Lol. It's not even the tip of the iceberg. Everything is fraud, as he calls it, the Matrix. Ilhan Omar lashes out at sick Republicans for investigating her alleged marriage to her brother. This is the first I really heard back in the original story ran about the Somalis in Minnesota. I kind of heard about little Mogadishu and how the Mall of America had been taken over by Durkas. So then we get the whole marriage thing, and then it's just open. The president, all these people in power are just like, yeah, she married her brother. Then fucking do something about it.
Did you see Eric Trump last night was tweeting out? He said someone should really do something about this. Your dad's the president.
Like I said, that's the second half. Are the Republicans actually going to do anything besides tweet? God bless it. Fingers crossed. And did you guys see this? Somalia will be the president of the UN Security Council next month. These guys are in charge of the United Nations Security Council. Starting next month.
Fantastic.
I thought having Saudi Arabia running it was bad. Can we go back to Saudi Arabia, please?
I can't
I
wait
would much
for
rather
the UN to try to disarm us.
Oh, well,
that's the funnest day of my life.
That's one of the other news stories that was going around was a video out of a United Nations person who was basically saying that they need to isolate America and destroy America.
Sure, yeah.
Bring it on.
Just got to say, totally off topic. The helmets are very brightly colored light blue.
But that's the thing.
They're reflective in the sun. Yes.
But as Alex Jones points out, the blue helmets aren't invading in blue helmets. They're invading with Somalis.
Exactly, yeah.
Boo boo. How have they reacted? Tim Walz, the majority of crime is committed by white men. The first thought is, let's go out there and not understand per capita. It's crime in general. We need to be educating the population. Yes, more leering.
Yeah.
Medicaid fraud will stretch across all racial demographics and ethnic groups. Oh, white people commit Medicaid fraud, so it's okay if Somalis steal $9 billion.
White Democrats.
Yeah. I think you can't blame the Somali community.
Yes, I can.
And I can blame communist Chinese agents named Tim Walz as well, the VP pick for Kamala.
He was also vice president. Yeah.
If he was in Washington right now, we wouldn't be hearing about this.
So they're too stupid to know that they're committing fraud, is what he said.
Well, we've been hearing about this when Biden was in charge. We've been hearing about this for years. So while Kamala gang was in charge, we were hearing about all this. And
it doesn't make it any better.
It's happening under Trump too. It's going back for a decade plus, and people are talking about there's reports of 2013 about fraud. So
if they need to be educated, to know what is okay and what's not okay, then they shouldn't be here.
I just want to make a point too. I don't want to be devil's advocate for organized crime or anything, but when the Irish and the Italians in the Northeast and then eventually out west and stuff, when they were committing very basic acts of fraud, financial fraud. They were cracked down upon like crazy, but because it's black people, Somalians this time, you can't touch it. You can't talk about it. It's racist. You know?
That's why the Tim Waltz used them, because they're black, Muslim, and refugees. They check all the boxes. And stupid as fuck. Yes.
Yeah. Probably gay too.
2022, Tim Waltz. We have more refugees per capita than any other state. That's not just morally a good thing. It's our economic and cultural future. He followed it up with. Lauren Chen points out refugees are actually bad for the economy and culture, as many studies have shown. We all know it's almost like they're purposely importing them here to destroy us while stealing as much money as they can from us.
Yeah, if you look at all the charts that show welfare by race, you'll see that the Somalis are not contributing. They're actually leeching.
Yeah, and after 10 years, it's still 78% on welfare after they were here in the country for 10 years.
And number one, whether it's America or in Europe, Afghanistan. Every single time. It's almost like these warmongers invade these places, destroy them, and then purposely send the refugees here so that way they can use them to steal tons of money from us, while they're also stealing money for all like the wars and defense contracts and such.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's
Did
just
the Clinton Foundation ever do anything like that? Ever in Haiti or anything? Or ever?
Laura
I don't
Silsby,
know.
never
Allegedly,
heard of
maybe,
her.
kind of. Yeah.
Because she changed her name. Tim Waltz in 2023, Minnesota's economy doesn't work without child care providers, so we're giving them a raise. We're providing $316 million in direct funding to boost pay for child care providers, all while building a stronger child care system for middle-class families. ABF, what do you think's going on here? Do you think he cares about child care?
No, I think that they needed to crank the fraud spigot up. And that way they could all start driving Maseratis and stuff too.
Yeah, child care provider is a slang term for Somalian, apparently.
Yeah, it's we laugh so we don't cry. For those that don't know, Tim Waltz allegedly stole I believe submarine a manual for nuclear capable howitzer. So something that could shoot a nuclear weapon. And he went on a little trip to China in the 90s. It was right around the same time when they stole the technology, almost as if.
Why didn't we hear about this during the election?
Oh, we did, ABF.
I didn't hear about this. This is news to me. Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Raw Ignition.
I knew about nuclear, artillery. That's actually a really cool concept if you can't get close to the enemy.
October 29th,
cover it, of course.
October 29th. So literally a week before he dropped it, and I'd seen it before then. It's an old, it's a long running one.
I just want to say, around that same time was the story about he really liked horses. Do you remember that whole story? He liked horses a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, a former soldier alleged that he stole it as well. The original allegation comes from.
Right.
Now, of course, they love speaking the Somali. Don't you love when progressive white women put on a hijab to show how progressive and feminist they are? Kongman points out, throughout history, these kinds of humiliation rituals reserved for defeated enemies in war and conquest. Today is standard procedure for American politicians. Spineless, utterly cucked. Yeah, that's literally, do you want to die or put on the hijab and become one of our slaves? For those that don't know, these Somalis, all the Ilhan Omar types, all the ones that have the light bulb heads and the 45 IQ.
Look at her face.
They're actually part of one tribe, and they're the most ruthless, crazy people. Other Africans hate them because they're so fucking horrible monsters, and they are the slavers. She's literally from a slaver family, and then she came here as a refugee from the war. And that's because her people, the horrible monsters, got overthrown. So it wasn't these guys being oppressed, and that's why they were refugees. They were the oppressors. I don't want a single fucking refugee. I want every single one of them deported to hell where they belong, where they came from.
And how does the U.S. government how are they not aware of that? They are.
Oh, they're aware. We're being purposely destroyed.
Yeah, it's done on purpose.
Biden, they turned Border Patrol into human trafficking network. Yeah.
If we know, then the CIA definitely knows.
Sometimes when large groups of people get kicked out of countries, there's a reason for that. And it's not always because they're seeking asylum and need a place to go, because they're victims and being persecuted. Sometimes it's because they ticked a lot of people off and committed crimes. And yeah.
Are you talking about Operation Paperclip, Isaac?
Maybe not.
No, funny. No, you're talking about Jews, but it also, you could have been talking about.
I'm saying in
Nazis as
general.
well.
I'm saying just because, the poor and needy, let us in, let us in. Yeah, why are they kicking you out? There's a reason.
Because they're communist terrorists hell-bent on destroying the West. The largest funder of Al-Shabaab is the Minnesota taxpayer. We are literally funding Ilhan Omar's tribe to restart the Civil War and try to take back power. When she's like, oh, they're trying to deport me? What's that, a threat? Like, I want to go back home. Literally, if she gets in trouble, they're going to send her home. She's going to be able to keep all her stolen money, and then she's going to become, she's going to overthrow the government, probably with our support, and become like the ruling class again. And that's what our tax dollars are paying. I'm done with taxes. You know, they were a fun idea, but their time has passed. Allegedly.
No taxation without remigration. That's the new thing I'm really liking.
I like it.
Big time. Exactly.
Don't you worry, we certainly have that. It's right around this tab, coincidentally.
And well, I was gonna say too, it's nothing's gonna happen until the general public reaches a certain level of outrage, and that's why we're not hearing these stories on the mainstream news, other than Fox News and right side broadcasting or whatever. So
I didn't realize when I first watched Gangs in New York that Bill the Butcher was the good guy.
You stop! You guys keep jumping ahead. Jesus, one second.
He's my spirit animal. He's who I aspire to be.
You're the one who put him up.
When I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking, how can I be more like Bill the Butcher today?
Yeah, I watched this recently, and I was like, oh, you guys should rewatch this, because Bill the Butcher is definitely the good guy in this one. I see we're all finally coming around to realizing this is the good guy in the movie. Yes.
Oh, I didn't read it.
And people had been sharing it, and I was kind of wondering why they were. And then when I watched it, I went, oh, this is hella appropriate. And it was during the Civil War? You mean 2 4 turnings ago? It's almost like there were very similar racial relations. And that's when we were all European and Christian. Keith Ellison, the Attorney General for Minnesota, also a communist, genuine actual communist, holding up like the Antifa handbook communist and Muslim, admits that Somalians were imported to vote Democrat. So can you tell us why the Somali communities are very important for the election? Well, the Somali community is critical. In my own election, I wouldn't be in office without the help of the Somali community. Somali voters came out in very large numbers and were able to register people to vote. Don't you worry, we'll be getting to that. Nope, you guys stop jumping ahead. I think there were several thousand Somalis who were just naturalized as U.S. citizens. Why? Somalis can make a huge impact on this election, and I can tell you without a doubt, it's not just in Minnesota that Somalis make a big difference in the election. Also in Ohio, which we will also be discussing, and in Virginia, all have a role and opportunity to play a very big role in this election. Somali community is critical, plays a critical role. Yeah. Now, this is the other one I found out about after her marrying her brother, is her and all of her light bulb heads do ballot harvesting.
Yeah.
And James O'Keefe in 2020 exposed it all, like paying for votes, just making it all up, doing the ballot dumps. Like it was the Somalis doing the ballot harvesting and ballot dumping in 2020 election. And
because they're tribal, they're really good at that.
Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to remind everybody about that, and glad you brought it up. So.
Oh yeah, everyone thinks that people are European Christians. No, we are built different. Everyone is like a double bogey compared to us if we are par.
Really quick,
human rights don't exist everywhere else.
They just outed that Ohio and Virginia, like, you take a microscope to all those places that they just talked about, and there's probably more.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. We'll be discussing it. Yeah. And so when in 2020, when Project Veritas dropped their video, the guy came out and it's like, oh, he lied about me. He made it up. Like the classic Project Veritas. And then the New York Times, Project Veritas video was a coordinated disinformation campaign because it seemed like several conservatives, including Donald Trump Jr., may have known about it in advance. So all the big accounts shared the big Project Veritas video because that's what you do. And they said, coordinated disinformation campaign.
Which is a coordinated disinformation campaign in itself.
Yes, it is.
It's called projections. All the commies have. Scott Presler, I repeat, Minnesota has same-day voter registration. One registered voter can vouch for up to 8 others who don't have an ID. ABF? Oh, so ABF, you didn't know about this?
No, I didn't know about that either.
Oh, yes. Well, it's very much real. It's known as vouching. Okay, so that's bad. Now, ABF, hear me out. Hear me out. If you think that's crazy. So if you work at a residential facility, so you're a repair guy at an apartment complex, you just have to prove that you're an employee. Show that you're an employee of an apartment complex. Show them your badge. Unlimited. You can have your entire apartment complex vote without an ID if you have one employee vouch for them.
That's insane.
Democracy was fun. We tried it. It's past its time. Yes, ABN?
Yeah, no, there's no coming back from that unless you actually get that law out of there.
Yes, and if they do that, then a white woman federal judge will say, "Sorry, you're not allowed to run your country."
How dare you question our election integrity?
Yes, that's what I say. These are the worst fucking people on the planet. If they can't be held accountable, no one ever will.
Oh, they win. If we don't prosecute people, they will win. It's that simple.
And that's
because they're going to keep doing it to us.
Similarly, Minnesota, the state recognizes clearly fraudulent autism diagnosis. This is one we've talked about on this. This was the next domino was, they're making up a bunch of kids being autistic to steal money from actually autistic kids. I've been noting scams like what the Somalis in Minnesota are doing as a major source of fraudulent autism diagnosis for a while now. So much of the apparent autism epidemic is this style of grift. You wondered, because it's like 1 in 33 seems a little much.
Yeah, I keep thinking about this over the past couple months, how I think all that data of that line graph that just goes straight up of autistic kids is probably being fueled by this fraud.
100%.
And it's probably on the rise naturally, but not to the degree that we think.
No.
Yeah, agreed. What are the odds? This was another one. Do you guys remember when they changed the Minnesota flag? So this is the Minnesota flag, how it was. This is Somali flags. This is the new Minnesota flag. Notice any similarities?
At what point is this treason?
It is.
Elon Musk, Trader Tim Walz, if we can't arrest a communist agent flying foreign flags, we don't have a country. We're done paying taxes. Voting's not going to work. We can do with rivers of blood, seas of blood, or oceans of blood. I'd prefer we do the rivers, if possible.
We don't deserve a country if we can't arrest these people.
Well, that's what the founder said. It's a republic if you can keep it. Can we keep it? We're letting it slip between our fingers right now.
We lost it a while ago. When they stole 2020, I think that
we live in an oligarchy now. Like you said, a technocracy, everything. Yeah.
BLM plus lockdown plus stolen election, the republic was dead. I would argue.
Yeah.
Magnum?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying during the whole 2020. I was like, how could we let this happen? And it was really, it was like the biggest black pill I've ever swallowed,
the problem. So, lockdowns, we went along with it. I'm telling you guys, things have to get really, 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 really bad before people get up off their butts.
I quit my job,
we're gonna have to live through that.
I quit my job, but nobody else seemed to be willing to quit theirs. So it's like, I guess I just lose my job, but everyone else just lets the republic fall. So,
because the majority of people won't do anything as long as they can remain comfortable, and the people that are stealing power will make sure that you remain comfortable. You know, you get your Mountain Dew, you get your Doritos, and you get your video games and your Netflix.
And if you go against us, you lose your job, and we'll destroy you.
And if RFK tries to take the colored dyes out of your Mountain Dew and Doritos, a white woman judge will say no. Isaac?
And do people not remember the American Revolution? Only 3% of the population revolted against the standing British army. So, like, even the founder said it doesn't take a majority to prevail, but a determined minority. So, it's not like we're going to expect, every American, we're going to get a vast majority of people to agree. It's just
It's so much
people
more
have,
interconnected,
like you said, people have to
though.
live through the hard time and understand what
Like I
real
said-
sacrifice and
yeah.
loss means. When we still have a healthy enough bread and circus feed coming in, but the bread is getting stale and the circus is boring. Things are changing progressively over time.
For the boomers, they've still got some good bread. They still got some good circuses. Where the Zoomers were like, this is a dystopian hellscape. And then the boomers say, have you tried pulling yourself up by your bootstraps? You can afford bootstraps?
Things will be very different. Things will be very different in even just 10 to 20 years. Like, radically, the identity of our country will be unrecognizable.
There are some good things.
The boomers are gone and the Zoomers are middle-aged. It's going to be very different.
If the Zoomers replace the boomers and they keep swinging the way they are, I'm not giving up. I'm just pissed off at what I'm saying.
They're not swinging to conservatism, though, Magnum. They're swinging to revolutionary, and the conservatives aren't going to give them a revolution, so they're going to side with the commies.
I don't like the words conservatism necessarily, but we
have a year. We have a year before this midterm where there's a good, we did not have the mandate that we were told we had, and we're certainly not going to have, we're going to probably lose a majority in midterms. We have a year. If we can't have a second American Revolution, we're going to have America's first second communist revolution. I feel like the 60s counts. We're going to have a great leap forward, and it's going to be even worse than what the UK are going to have to go through under Keir Starmer. And they're literally being arrested for their tweets.
Yeah, this is the issue.
Oh, go ahead, Mac.
This is the issue right here. This issue right now that we're talking about, if they don't do anything about it, they're absolutely going to get swamped in the election. So,
and this covers everything too: immigration, fraud, economy, and all that stuff. All the DEI, woke crap. It covers all of it. It's so perfect. They could do whatever they want, but will they? Let's keep.
It's on a platter. Forward. It's on a platter.
Yes. Even Barry Weiss. This is why, even though she's, I can't imagine Isaac's a fan of Barry Weiss. She's the one.
Not her biggest fan. No.
The moderate who's supposed to, make CBS legitimate.
Well, I mean, she's a Democrat.
Oh yes, but they hate her. The media fucking hate her because she's now full blown crazy globalist establishment.
She won't toe the line.
Yeah, she's like 80% establishment. You were going to be the richest 25-year-old. Inshallah. If you know what inshallah means or have ever said it in your life, you don't belong in this country. Bye. CBS News obtained dozens of documents that reveal how Minnesota fraudsters spent hundreds of millions in taxpayer dollars on luxury cars, villas, and overseas wire transfers, including to China. I assume directly from Tim Walz, I imagine.
Why would you need to wire anything to China?
So this dropped December 11th. So this actually dropped before. And part of this comes because the FBI is doing investigations. I don't think so Kash Patel, basically, there were investigations under Biden, and then they kind of just stopped doing them. So I guess we're going to pick them back up, guys, and talk about them for a couple of weeks, and then hope you forget about it and do absolutely nothing at all.
And then I'm going to write another book.
Yes. And anyone who gives me a bad review, my girlfriend's going to sue you.
Government Gangster is number 2, and he's on the cover.
Speaking of which, how's Winnie the Pooh doing with his honey?
Wait,
you're banned.
So
he's going to sue you now.
Remember when Chinese scammers also did it when we did the PPP loans, and everyone's just like, oh, well, the government's just giving out free money. There's no repercussions or consequences for everything. And the scammers went hard on that. And then we got to pay all the inflation because all the scammers stole all the money. You'll never believe this. This is a House Committee on Small Business. House Committee probes Minnesota fraud scheme tied to Small Business Association COVID lending, including Paycheck Protection Program and COVID Economic Injury Disaster Loan. You'll never believe there was widespread in Minnesota. They've been stealing everything for like a decade plus now. if we don't stop it now, they're never going to stop it. And the country is just gone at that point. And don't you worry, it is all over. Don't worry, guys. I'm certain there's no childcare fraud at all in Utah. Osman Mulkidaba Home Watch Childcare. Kafi Musa Daba Nuba Daycare, not even a capital D. Liban Amina Hassan Deba. How do you pronounce this DBA? Jesus Christ. Amina's Childcare.
Doing business as.
There you go.
That's what I'm thinking.
Balbina Monsalvo.
Yeah, well, you know Nick Shirley that uncovered this in Minnesota. Previously, he was very well known for talking about the sanctuary cities problem in Utah. He uncovered a lot of that, and they're not willing to admit it because, we're a red state. We're America first, and based Mike Lee, and we're so patriotic. But look in Nick Shirley's past work from like a year ago. Look at Nick Shirley's backlog, and he's been putting in the work. But Utah, there's weird stuff going on there too, fraud,
And people care like, this kid came out of nowhere. And it's like, bro, he's literally just at the White House for the Antifa roundtable.
Yeah, he's been posting daily for years.
Yeah, dude is literally just at the White House. This isn't just some nobody. He's been kicking ass. Like him and, like the Nick Sortors who, the Savannah Hernandezes who get in like the Antifa stuff.
Yeah, boomers that watch CNN and Fox News don't know who he is, of course.
Oh, yeah, because those are actual journalists and actual reporters, yeah. Now, Muckraker doing their thing. This is what we need a bajillion of. So they decided to check out the Smalley fraud in Columbus, Ohio. So they went, this was across the street from one of these places, and he asked, have you ever seen any kids? And we're like, we haven't seen anyone go in or out of this place. So the fraud it's rampant, and it's not just the Smalleys. The refugees we've been flooded with here are Burmese refugees. Like, they're the ones that talk about getting drunk all day and then shooting 100 rounds off for funsies in an apartment complex.
It is kind of fun, though.
Yes, there's like there's refugee buildings and whatnot. Like, when shit hits the fan, there are some places I want to go check to make sure they're not on fire in the refugee resettlement building. I'm going to have to make sure it's doing okay.
The Irish, I would never fully endorse what they do to,
Let's just say traitors are going to need to be dealt with. Peacefully and legally, obviously.
Yes, of
once
course,
there's no more law and order. Here we go. Kevin and Kylie, another example of staggering fraud in California. Fully 1/3 of community college applications are fake. They're just used for financial aid fraud.
Isn't that wonderful?
Group running, this just dropped recently. A group running trucking companies that stole millions of cargo and sold them in the black market was busted in California. 12 accused in Sing organization scheme to pose as legitimate trucking companies to steal millions in cargo. Sing, 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 sing. These are the people who have taken over my neighborhood in the Midwest suburb where none of these fucking people should have ever been able to move to. I fucking hate them.
Yep. Do you remember being a kid and you would be like a little nervous driving by a semi truck? You're in the back seat and your dad would be like, "Don't worry, they're licensed, they're trained."
I was aware. Yes. I've been aware for years of how terrible the truck drivers are because I used to have to drive around it all the time.
But now we know the vast majority of people driving these are like not qualified to be driving these, and so I'm honestly just
Midwest.
If you're driving around these trucks, you need to be watching and staying away. Either stay back or get ahead, but don't be like next to them on the highway. Like 100%. Don't do it.
Oh yeah, I'm watching out for semis.
Skipping ahead. Yes. Don't worry.
And I always said, I look at the arm in the window and complexion. I'm determined safety, very much so. I always check the arm up in the window every time.
All right, let's see. Skip this. There's so much fraud. We can just skip past it. Yeah, no, Isaac, that is genius. Again, with all the fraud being exposed in Walz, Minnesota. Yes, here we go. The only Democrat to vote to stop healthcare for illegals in Minnesota. There's only one. She was the tiebreaker. One of 67. Her name was Melissa Hortman. She was the deciding vote. I wonder what happened to her when she voted to not continue the healthcare fraud. Oh, yeah. Tim Walz sent his buddy to murder her in her home. Do you guys remember this?
Yeah, and he actually admitted to it.
Then his roommate went on TV and said, "Oh, he was a huge fan of Alex Jones. Alex Jones did this, guys." Despite being a Tim Walz, not a point to. What did he?
He confessed to it, right?
Yeah.
He admitted it, right?
Well, yeah. That's when they stopped talking about it, because he said that Tim Walz sent them to kill him to give him a better chance of getting reelected.
And Tim Walz is still governor.
Yeah, we don't live in a serious country. We tried democracy; it didn't work.
Isn't it like well known that psychopaths really obsessively like watch people they hate too? Isn't that's like a well known thing? I believe like they obsess, watch, listen to people they hate. A lot of the leftists do watch a lot of right wing content because they're obsessive over it, and that could very well be the case. As simple as that.
Yeah.
Even this retard, sorry, small r retard, even she's figured it out. Mop, this Tim Walz appointee swore up and down that Tim Walz hired him and was dismissed as insane. Yeah, even this mop, even this cuck even knows that. Yes, and that's why
I couldn't hear a darn thing she said.
Mop. Sorry, she blocked me, so now I'm going to make fun of her for being a small r retard. They told generations of American citizens that the American dream was no longer attainable, while giving third worlders the American dream for free. A tipping point has been reached. Man, the Doge stuff really got me. Those fucking light bulb heads, bro. ABF, do you feel like a tipping point has been reached?
I mean, I think in a small amount of people it has, but it hasn't hit the normies just quite yet. We need to spread the word.
That's actually what I'll be getting to at one point. It's perfect for your normie dad, your normie friends, your coworkers. This is perfect one where you don't even have to get political with it. Like, oh, you see they're scamming the government billions of dollars pretending to be retards. Isn't that ridiculous? If we don't do something about that, we're not a real country.
And they need to know that it's their money. They need to know that it's their money out of their pocket.
Yeah. Can you believe you're paying for these light bulb heads to drive Ferraris? Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah.
And the people you voted in are teaching them how to do it, how to steal your money.
While you're making payments on your Toyota Camry, they're driving around.
When I say tipping point, I don't mean, oh, bam, now we're in like hot Civil War tipping point. I more mean with Overton windows.
Yes.
Which the Overton window shifting is what leads us to that actual tipping point. And this, I think, is a big one. And then, man, it's one thing when your people are out of power and you're the opposition and you're complaining about this. But when your guys are in power and you're just watching it happen, feeling helpless and hopeless.
It's the biggest straw we've seen yet on the camel's back. How's that way to put it?
Well, actually, yeah, we'll be getting here.
I mean, it's one of 3,000 in the last 5 years, but yeah.
No,
but the biggest one is 2020, but this is the second biggest, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've been needing a bit of a wake-up call. Like, yeah, lockdowns were a huge wake-up call. ABF, what were you saying?
I was gonna say the people that I normally argue with on like other Discords and stuff, it's my favorite thing to do. You guys know that, right? They have been really strangely quiet after all the Somali stuff that gets posted in the political area. They haven't said a word in like days.
That's what happens when you know you're wrong.
Well, so we already saw Tim Walz pretend to not understand per capita. I mean, we're kind of skipping to it. But do you know what currently the far left is going with as defense against this?
Yes, they're saying that these offices that are being yes, the white supremacy. I was going to say
white supremacy. Yes, and then
I was going to say Krasenstein has been saying that we're looking in the wrong place and that those are just the offices for the daycares.
Yes, they've been doing lots and lots of gaslighting like that. Yeah, it's been out of control. Now, let's see. Go back to tabs. Isaac, I saw this around. I assume you did not come up with this one. I saw a bunch of these. Dear IRS, I'm done. Opting out. America, join me. No taxation without remigration.
Yep, just resharing it. I love it. Yeah.
Is that called claiming like a 100 on your tax return or something? The box where you have to fill in like a number.
Can we put Somali daycares as dependents on our tax returns?
Yes.
Tax return. I thought we just agreed we're not doing those. All right, now I like to talk about All right, sorry. I like to check out Asmongold and his chat and commenters and whatnot, because he's very good barometer for the more normie minded. A really good way to see where the middle of the Overton window is at the moment. But the thing is he keeps moving to the edge. Let's see where he's moved with some Overton window. It goes off on the Minnesota, Somali daycare. Average Americans are tired of having their country rotted out, looted, pillaged by a bunch of random fucking third worlders, and then asked to apologize for it because of something that happened before we were born. It's outrageous. These insulated, generally white liberals who live in gated communities, they never have to see it. And that's like 20 seconds. He keeps going on, ranting and ranting. And then let's just go ahead and skip to his next one. Asmongold says democracy is the root of all current day problems. All of these problems come down to democracy. Why all of this happening? If you let every dumb retard vote, this is what you get. There's a reason why they didn't let everybody vote back in the day. Asmongold is currently against universal suffrage.
This is what I keep saying. Like, they want to lower the age of voting because they want more uninformed voters to vote.
Mm-hmm. People that don't understand per capita.
And more fraud, more people, more fake votes, more fake people to register and whatnot too. Now let's see a little more before we get to, will the Republicans actually do anything? Sadly, probably not. I keep pointing this out, and now it's so much easier to I can't say it on X. It gets really mad whenever I do. No wonder white people can't afford kids. We're paying for all the immigrants' kids to replace us. Correct. That's what I keep saying. You want to get the birth rate up. Stop stealing white people's money and giving it to black and brown people to have kids. We can't afford to have kids if you keep stealing our money to give it to net negatives, to create more net negatives. Fuck you. Just cut off all the welfare. Problem solved. And then, especially like in Europe and UK, cutting off the benefits in so much of this whole immigration nonsense.
It does.
They're here for the Gibbs.
And no immigration for at least 50 years, unless like special cases.
But your immigration moratorium is much more moderate and progressive than mine. I feel like a century
remigration is the real
80 to 100 years is full fourth turning.
Well,
so I feel
I still stand on the fact that I'm okay with immigration of white Christians from Europe. I'm okay with that. That's about it.
Hey, we're progressive here. We'll also allow South Africans being persecuted.
Maybe we'll allow Irish and Italian too, since they're not really white. But we'll deal with it.
Those Mediterraneans.
Once the rest are gone, they're going to.
How close to Turkey are you? Eastern Europeans? How hot are the women? We talking Ukraine and Russia hot?
Well, like I said, Alex Stein, if they're a 9, they're fine. They don't gotta go. But
yes, all the East Asians.
Make different exceptions.
Benny getting in here, dropping 10.
Yeah, Japan for sure. Gotta get Japan in there.
No, Japan needs to stay in Japan. They need to secure their ethno state. Stop leaving.
I love it. They have negative replacement rate, and they're like, yeah, we'd rather go extinct than let you retards in. And that's
the right choice.
I fully agree.
Yes. It only lasted like a year or two, right? Because they started it like pretty recently, and then they just cut off the spigot right away.
Well, I think they were offering tax incentives for people to have kids and to like re-migrate back and stuff like that, but only if
that
doesn't
work though. And that's the thing though, is the tax incentives, a lot of places have done it. It doesn't work. They fucked everything up so bad. They have to fix so much to start having kids again. It's like animals in like the the zoo and captivity and whatnot. Like you just make them all depressed and destroy all hope. They stop breeding.
The self-deleting forest doesn't help.
Just using policy to change childbirth, it takes a long time.
Oh, it's like you can't. Okay, so you're gonna have to do tax incentives and completely undo several generations of feminism. That's going to take several generations to undo.
Yeah.
Benny dropping 100 dicks. Appreciate you so much.
What is it, son? I don't know, sir. But it looks like a giant dick.
Works a lot better when he actually drops the dicks. He did a membership message the other day, and it's a little more confusing. Appreciate you, Benny. All right, now, Isaac. I think Shiloh Hendricks is taken.
She is.
So I might have found another one. Woman wanted for allegedly vandalizing the Toronto subway stations with anti-ending messaging for months. The Toronto police put this picture out of her. All of these places, if a black person, a Muslim, or whatever kills someone, they purposely hide like what they are. They won't give you any
Zoom in.
descriptions.
We need detail here.
Yes, yeah, they purposely will obfuscate. Toronto police are literally plastering her face on their social media. So
what? So I can like send her money? Like
You
I
know
do
what?
that.
You know what she should have done? She should have gone in blackface.
Yeah, I agree. Brown face though. Brown face.
Well, Trudeau's not in charge anymore. He's
Does
too
she have a
busy fucking
scarf on? She just got to wrap it
Katy
around her
Perry.
head. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, those are mittens,
Pink
like
headphones.
yeah.
Pink muffins.
But yeah, the second one, where's her GoFundMe? Marriage proposal. Let's see, Queen. She speaks for the majority of the countries. Who's this white goddess? And where can I find her? These streets ain't gonna shit themselves.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a great one.
Can you bookmark that and send it to me? Thank you.
One moment, please. Yeah, that's an excellent reply. I'm throwing in private chat for you now.
The face that
And
goes with it.
I just want to say, like, this just proves you could be mid, and being slightly racist is just going to up you on the scale like 1,000%. There's immediately.
Well, and some of the girls, though, like the female gropers, they get a little performative with the racism. No, this is like the legit thing.
They're totally performative. A lot of the e-girls and stuff on the right, they're like 98% fake.
I'm more racist than you. No, I'm more racist.
Exactly. It's crap. But this is like, you're out there doing the work. You're saving your people. I respect it. I respect it a lot.
Beautiful. All right, last meme for it. She's pretty. She's white. She's racist.
Proves my point.
I know. I think I'm like, man, it'd be nice to like maybe get a girlfriend eventually, but I'm like, man, if she reads my X feed, I don't feel like how do I find man?
She's like the girl in American History X or something.
Yes.
And I just love that we've gotten to the point where we realize racism has nothing to do with hate. It has to do with love. It has to do with love and compassion and how much you love your own people. It has not. I wish everyone else the best in their own homeland, away from me, very far away from me. Yeah.
I love humans. I want to see us get to space.
Me too. Yeah.
We're in a situation where we can have civilization or we can have black and brown people. The globalists force the black and brown people on us purposely to destroy civilization, so that way they can consolidate everything into a sci-fi dystopia where China gets to rule the planet for 100 years, and then after that, all humans are wiped out and we're replaced with robots.
Yeah, the Georgia Guidestones. Yeah.
The term doesn't even mean anything anymore. The racism term doesn't even mean anything anymore. They destroyed it. You know,
I am choosing civilization over being a white savior. And that's what a lot of people are finally realizing. Oh, we choose civilization. Sorry. If that makes you mad and cry and we have to hear about how bad they have it when we pay them $3,000 to deport themselves enough money to buy a home or start a business.
I think that the
civilization, sorry.
And I'll avoid the S word, but the self-deletion empathy is I heard that from Elon Musk recently, and I think that perfectly describes what's going on.
And what caused that? The critical theory, which was white people are evil colonizers, which then that critical race theory came out of that. But originally it was all critical theory, which was just Marxists saying white people in the West evil. And then that was, oh no, we have white guilt now. All right, we bring the blacks and browns in to destroy everything.
It started in our colleges, in American colleges.
60s, like you said, the 60s.
American universities, and they've been pushing it the whole time.
And if you want to destroy civilization, you go to the women. You definitely go to the black women. You go to the communists. You go to the Muslims. You go to the Jewish people who absolutely fucking hate your country and want to chop your kids' balls off. You go to the worst. When you want to do racial division, you go to the black people for BLM because they're the most racist. You want to destroy the civilization, you go to the people the best at destroying civilization, hence the Somalis. And we're tired of it. Sorry, I choose civilization. I choose Europeans and Christians.
I'm proud that my head's not shaped like a light bulb.
I am happy that we're not a bunch of inbred retards.
Now listen,
correct.
By the end of my life, there might be a divot from the headphones, but I'm gonna have to deal with it. It's the way it is.
Yeah. And so this is my thing. So I came up with a whole moratorium based on what I was seeing from, replies and comments and whatnot. And it's like, I kind of did it as a bit of a warning. Guys, warning, warning. So people are fucking done. I'm not sure black and brown people understand just how fucking done white people are with their shit. We say fatigue to be very, 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 very nice and not say what we actually feel. Holy shit. I did not expect the Overton window of racial relations to be where it is so fast. It's heading somewhere very, very, very bad.
It's exactly what they wanted.
Yep. Well, they're all
Cloward
going,
and Piven.
even the legal
That video
ones
makes me
too.
mad.
That's the way it is. Yeah.
Yes, and Cloward and Piven, that was what some Democrat lawyers, they're trying to like take over like cities or whatever, basically using immigrants and the poor to destroy the state through welfare and all that. All of this was planned. It's a playbook. They literally farm these people because they get cuts from them. They are farming third worlders. Yes, man.
China funds the DEI initiatives in our country, and they ban it in their own country.
China, here's one I didn't put on. I bet you guys didn't know. China is currently farming children in America. Did you know that? So they hire surrogates to have children. They love the hot black ones and stuff. Or no, the supermodel ones. Sorry, the hot black chicks. Those are the Richard Nygaard who has babies made with his DNA and then injects them into himself to live like a vampire. Sorry.
Oh wow, yeah.
These Chinese are getting supermodels and then doing their DNA and then raising, and then they become anchor babies. And then they bring them back to China to like raise them and grow. And then that way they will then marry them off. And then being anchor babies and have full like U.S. citizenship and all those benefits is part of the package to sell them off to other rich Chinese. So rich Chinese dudes are farming anchor babies to sell to other rich dudes and organ harvesting. The Island, Michael Bay's The Island, where rich people can create clones so that way if they get hurt, they can take their organs. It's that.
That's his best movie, by the way.
I know. I love that movie because anchor babies.
Yeah.
If we can't stop the Chinese from growing their own anchor babies here for organ harvesting, we don't live in a real country, guys. You know who doesn't live in a real country? The UK. I had to keep this to 1. Oh.
Yeah, Keir Starmer pulled the same
UK
thing.
government. I'll say the UK government, which is occupied by foreign entities, but
Tim Walz
the UK
pulled
people,
the same thing that
think,
Keir Starmer is pulling. He's like the same exact statements are coming out of his mouth.
The classic political cartoons of like the octopus head in Britain and the tentacles going out is quite accurate, but it's not just like the British royal. Hell, the current British royalty are like Saxe Scothburg, like German Transylvanian, tracing their lineage back to Vlad the Impaler, Dracula and shit.
Yeah. Well, French as well. They're like not even English people. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's a whole clusterfuck, and it's many mafias, many of them ethnic, many of them ideological, destroying everything, and they all team up, but they also do their own little fighting and jockeying for position as well. Like we set up China, where we were going to be the military, and they produce everything, but then China says, no, we want to be a world power too, and does like double dealing, backstabbing and whatnot. Somehow we'll set up, like terrorist groups, and then they kind of go rogue and do their own thing and stuff like that. So you got to keep that in mind too. They're not always all working together and on the same page as well.
But they equally all hate Western society, and the British people voted for Brexit, so they hate British people. So they're trying to destroy the country on purpose because they hate them.
Ultimately, it's not even that they hate white people. It's that they hate that we're in the way of socialism. It's really that they hate humanity.
Yeah.
Because the dark lords that rule over them hate humanity.
Yeah, Soros had a few quotes that he actually hates people in general. Like
they feed off of our pain and misery and suffering and death. They love wars.
They're demons.
They're vampires and demons.
Correct. Keir Starmer. I'm delighted that there's the ABD again. El Fattah is back in the UK and has been reunited with his loved ones, who must be feeling profound relief. I want to pay tribute to Alala's family and to all those that have worked and campaigned for this moment. Alala's case has been a top priority for my government since we came to office. I'm grateful to President Sisi of Egypt for his decision to grant the pardon. All right, let's see, that's 2007. Fucking hate white people. They don't understand sharing or community. A blight on the earth they are. Good thing they stopped breeding. Okay, I'm telling you that I hate white people. Dear international PhD student, by the way, I'm a racist. I don't like white people, so piss off. That was in 2012. Let's see. Fuck that. Sound like you need more fear. Random shooting of white males should convince them racism costs lives. We're going to show you you're racist by just randomly shooting. Okay. I'll switch to something else. Advocating killing police. Hating white people. Assassination plot against... So this is the guy they brought in. He was an activist over in Egypt. I think he was one of the Muslim Brotherhood Arab Spring types. So it's subversive, trying to do some CIA regime changing and such. So he was in prison. So they've been trying to get him out because he's one of their assets for doing like Arab Spring regime changes in the Middle East. He's not even a British citizen. His mom was like granted citizenship, so he got like super anchor babiness. So he's not even an actual British citizen. And they fought tooth and nail to bring him back in the country, specifically because of how much he hates white people. If you say the most tame stuff, if you just criticize a politician in the UK, they will investigate you. You don't even have to call him a slur or advocate for violence. Just criticism will get an investigation. Whereas this guy...
Did you hear that Starmer was considering postponing elections because he doesn't like the outcome, what the outcome might be?
Oh, I haven't heard that. They're trying to get rid of jury trials and they're trying to get rid of appeals as well. So judges can put you in prison for 2 years without appeal.
So I don't like what the outcome of the election is going to be because we're 11% approval rating. Hope we just don't have them.
Well, it's important to distinguish.
That's what Trudeau did, and when he had the King of England prorogue Parliament, Isaac.
It's important to distinguish too. There's a big difference between a British citizen and an Englishman. You know, a piece of paper doesn't make you an Englishman. It never will. Yeah. Someone with that name, Abid Babadaba Al, whatever. He's not British. He never will be ever. It's impossible.
It's Anglo-Saxon. Anglo-Saxon is an Englishman.
Yeah, it's a race. It's not a piece of paper, and he'll never be it. And it doesn't help too that the current King of England is a Muslim, and he's very sympathetic to this crap. And it's no good. The English need to take their country back, just like we do.
Meanwhile, back in my day, Princess Diana got murdered in a tunnel because she was hooking up with a Muslim. Now they literally have given the country to them.
And we've had a gay Muslim president, so.
This is true.
True. It's so true. All right, now we're moving to are the Republicans going to do anything? But before we get depressed, don't forget, there are some Super Chat rewards available. Now, moving on. Minnesota just handed Trump the biggest gift imaginable. All he has to do is put people in jail and he's back on top. If he does nothing, then the country is cooked. The preternaturally uncharismatic Somalis have given Trump an incredible gift. Moral cover to denaturalize Ilhan Omar. Moral cover to denaturalize and deport the entire Somali community. Clear implication that Tim Walz knew about this and facilitated frauds. An excuse to arrest him. Setting the precedent that governors can be arrested. An excuse to arrest senior state officials. Senior municipal officials. Now this one, he's asking for a little much. He wants to put him under a provisional military government for more elections. Sorry about that. Ain't fucking happening. How about we go ahead and pardon Derek Chauvin? Trump probably won't do any of this, but he absolutely should. Not just because it would be very popular, and it would be, but because it would set a whole bunch of precedents that would prove very useful in other states run by the Democrat mafia. But he's probably not. There's going to be a little bit done. Not enough, but it's such a perfect moment to do all this.
It's also a message to red state governors, like, you guys can do stuff too. Like, you can root out this stuff in your own states, and if you can lead the way, maybe other people will follow. So
that's my message. Super red state is guaranteed a shit ton of fraud.
Yep.
Nothing sucks more than being a conservative and knowing Republicans are the most useless pieces of garbage on the face of the earth. They act like they're the opposition party when they're in power. That's how they
Nice.
behave. They're so afraid to use the gears of power, the machine that's been handed to them.
And every time, and everyone forgets, and then we lose the midterms, and people go, "Where's the red wave? I hate the Republicans. They're the worst thing ever. Let's do a third party." And then a month later, they're like, "If you don't support Trump 100%, you're fake MAGA." It's like, God damn it. No, no, let's hold the feet to the fire. God, guys.
And people don't realize what's going to happen next time when the Democrats do take power. It's going to be mass arrests, make Jan 6 look like nothing. They're going to lock up, you want to say our guys, it's going to be full-on Soviet activity. When the
and anyone who owns a pistol brace will be a criminal overnight.
That's nothing. That's nothing. You say it's going to be like England. You say the wrong tweet, you're getting a knock. You know, it's so we have to hold Republicans' feet to the fire for that very reason. You need to implement what you promised and campaigned on because of that, not just so you get reelected because of that.
Isaac, Trump has heard your concerns. Blue states are stealing everything, and Trump is committing to more Iranian bombing because we got to get their missiles.
What about aluminum tubes, though, or something? I heard there's aluminum tubes.
Tube.
So that's what we're getting instead of crushing the Democrats. James O'Keefe saying to JD Vance, what's happening in Minnesota is a microcosm of the immigration fraud in our system. Politicians like it because they get power. Welfare cheats like it because they get rich. But it's a zero-sum game, and they're stealing both money and political power from Minnesotans. James O'Keefe, who actually does something. Besides tweet, write letters, and raise money, what are the Republicans going to do about the fraud exposed? Savannah Hernandez, who gets off her butt and does things. Dear Republicans, please stop tweeting about how shocking the crime you're supposed to be stopping is. Stop tweeting and start acting. This one. Magnum, do you know this Tom Emmer fellow?
Yeah, he was in my district when I still lived there.
Yeah, Minnesota's 6th district. He's also the majority whip. The whip is the guy who gets all like the votes together. I think he's usually like the third in power, basically. I'm calling for the denaturalization and deportation of every Somali engaged in fraud. Based, I have 3 words regarding Somalis who have committed fraud. Send them home. If they're here illegally, deport immediately. If they're naturalized citizens, revoke their citizenship and deport them. And he just keeps going on about that. And, we got to get the terrorisms. And we're going to revoke citizenships. And same goes for anyone who's found to have committed marriage fraud. We're going to get Ilhan. So, ABF, do you know what comes next? Do you know what I'm about to show you?
No.
Oh,
is it an apology?
This is the man who thought he's lost all hope, finds more hope to lose. So this is the tough talking Republicans. What if I told you Tom Emmer, along with Keith Ellison, created the Somalia Caucus? Representing some of U.S.'s largest Somali American communities. Today, Keith Ellison and I launched the Somali Caucus in 2015. ABF. Same guy. Oh, look, ABF found some more hope. he looked under the couch cushion. He found a little more hope.
And let me find a hammer so I could smash it.
So that's what the Republicans.
But he also worded it very incorrectly. He says supporting every Somali engaged in fraud. Just cut that last part out. The fraud part. It's cleaner. Deport every Somali. That's so much cleaner that way. It sounds better. Rolls off the tongue.
I saw a lot of that. I saw a lot of that. Here we go. Eric Trump. People better start going to jail in Minnesota. For the love of God. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the for the love of God arrest someone. Hey, look, no one's been arrested at clock again. Every tweet like this from someone adjacent to the halls of power further demoralizes the people you are ostensibly supporting. Who are you addressing here? They aren't going to jail themselves. Oh man, I wish I knew someone who could do that. You should see if any of your followers can put you in touch with the Attorney General's boss, the President of the United States, so you can tell him that.
Yeah.
If only there was someone you knew who could do that. If only there's someone you could... People are done with the talking. We are ready for revolution.
Yes. The mean tweets were so nice in 2016, dunking on the libs, owning the SJWs out, Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder. That was so fun back in the day. The mean tweets were super effective in changing the cultural perspective and getting people engaged. Where it's a decade later, we've lived through 2020. We're living in this right now. cut the shit and start arresting people is what it boils down to. You know, your
Yeah,
dad's the president. Yeah.
They gained power, all three branches of government. Am I correct?
Yeah, ostensibly.
Essentially. But the Supreme Court's really wishy-washy. The Supreme Court's really wishy-washy with that.
Yeah.
Well, they have the
Trump
House,
appointees.
the Senate, and the presidency, and they're doing nothing.
Allegedly, yeah. Well, like Mike Lee keeps going on about the whole filibuster thing, where he keeps pointing out, like, you don't actually have to have 60 votes. It's just 60 votes to end the discussion. So if we just stop the fucking filibuster, then we could pass some stuff. But even if they end the filibuster, they're still not going to be able to pass stuff. And after these midterms, it's just going to be impeachment theater for 2 years.
That's what it's going to be.
Not looking forward to it.
Stagnation.
Harmeet Dillon, Minnesota fraud is a top priority for the DOJ. Underpaying Bondi, 99 indictments have already come down and will continue as we pursue justice for all Americans. The fraud is going to be DOJ's focus until all perpetrators are brought to justice. Thanks to politicians like Ilhan Omar, whose policies helped aid and abet fraudsters, the Minnesota fraud network has grown to a massive scale, completely unchecked. Enough is enough, says the Secretary of Labor. ABF, enough is enough. I swear, Z's, accountability is coming. Do you believe her?
I don't. I mean, it is true that if they were to do something, it would take probably too long to clean it up.
U.S. Department of Labor, though, says we will bring an end to the Smalley fraud network. And
I think she's going to write them. I think she's going to write them a very stern letter.
Yeah, we're like, hey, we need your voter roll states, and some of the states are going, yeah, we're not going to give you our voter rolls. Well, I guess we have to sue you in court and just wait till after the next election. Yeah, Isaac, you had something?
Do you know what that sounds like, Erwin? Do you remember Sidney Powell release the Kraken? Remember release the Kraken? I got so excited that day when I heard that. And then nothing happened at all, ever.
Hey, how dare you? Rudy Giuliani's hair melted at one point.
I remember on live TV his hair dye, yeah. It's like black tar. Yeah.
So embarrassing. Oh my God.
Dude, these are our champions in the ring. I love it. I love being a conservative in the 21st century.
The first man to never throw a punch.
Yes.
In a boxing match.
Oh, like Mark Mitchell says, beautiful losers. Beautiful losers. We stand on our moral high ground, refuse to implement the machine, and we're beautiful losers. Die gracefully. Yes.
It's the Harlem Globetrotters versus the Nationals or whatever team the Generals or whatever team they always played. They're there to lose. And they make money in the process. Now,
exactly. Yes. Yes.
It'll be real Americans that save this country if it happens, I think. It won't be politicians.
Oh, yeah, no, exactly.
It'll be
all the Nick Shirleys are going to save it. Yes.
Yeah.
Nick Fuentes, he's all about getting boots on the ground. He's all about getting politically active, taking, control of the levers of power. If the Trump Vance admin doesn't deport 500,000 Somalis from Minnesota in 2026, then they're just playing games. Stop talking and do something about it. And that's why they hate him, because he actually expects them to do something.
He deserves his blue check mark back, by the way. He has over 1 million followers, and they won't give him one on X. They won't verify him, even though he pays for it. So...
Getting retarded. So now here. So, okay, 500,000 Somalis. Here's the thing. So we at DHS are under gag order by an activist judge, and Kilmar Abrego Garcia is making TikToks. He's back and was released. This is Maryland man, and is making TikToks as a free man. And there's a gag order, so the government isn't even allowed to talk about him and his case while he's posting TikToks.
Like I was saying, this is the hill that the Democrats are dying on, and they have spent and kept tens of millions, probably hundreds of millions of dollars to make this the hill to fight on.
And they're winning. They're winning. The Trump administration is getting their shit shoved in. There's been basically zero accountability. You get a Comey and Letitia James prosecution. Oh, sorry, you totally didn't get the judge in the right way, so we're throwing it all out, guys.
Yeah.
And let's see, I might have gotten rid of it. Let's see if we can skip. Yeah. Here's the problem. Breaking: multiple corrupt Minnesota judges are under fire for dismissing a flurry of recent Somali fraud cases. And why are they getting dismissed? Because the prosecutors are purposely throwing the cases. Fucking kidding me. Millions of dollars stolen, but the conviction wasn't allowed because the judges say so. Let's see. Yeah, and these judges
Arrest the judges, arrest the prosecutors, arrest all of them.
It's not
Yeah, but
just
that
the
takes balls
Somalis.
Republicans don't have, Magnum.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
Correct.
I mean, but again, even if they started right now on taking care of the judges, it would be a couple of years before anything happens.
Because they'll be in court. No,
And you have to impeach judges, and it's the system is set up to not be able to fix it when it gets this fucked up, because the people who messed it up don't play by the rules, and so you can't fix it by following the rules when it got broken by ignoring all of the rules. You have to ignore all of the rules to fix it, Bukele style, and say, you know what, we're just getting rid of all these corrupt judges and we're putting all the criminals in prison.
Yes,
we're the
he's my
safest
favorite world
country.
leader. He needs to be king of South America. 100%.
Correct.
Millet?
Yes.
Bukele,
Millet likes no. He's kind of a global homo. Bukele, I can't say his first name, but Bukele of El Salvador.
Yeah, Naib.
Oh yeah, that dude. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
He made Bitcoin like national currency, and then the IMF said you're not allowed to do that anymore. Yeah, I like him. Yeah, he's super popular, especially amongst the youths. Yeah,
big
I'm
time. Yeah.
tired of winning. So here's where it gets weird. So Minnesota confirms none of the daycares in the viral fraud video had payments paused. Wait, so they haven't paused them, but then they're also saying that some of them are shut down, and that's why no one was there, because they're shut down. And then so Nick, let's see, Nick was also somewhere around here like, oh, it's closed down. We won. No more Leering Center. But then no more Leering. Quality Leering Center has been shut down. Boom. But then the Department of Children Commissioner Tiki Brown, looks exactly like you would expect, claims the Quality Leering Center closed down last week. And that's why no kids were there. But then today it was packed with kids. Even the New York Post reporting the children were trucked in, with one local saying it was the first time they'd seen kids go into the building. So they can't even figure out how they're going to cover it up. It's closed, or we're trucking kids in. Who fucking knows?
They're just trying to shotgun the narrative right now.
Just full blown gaslighting. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They even changed out the sign and fixed and added an end to it.
Also, are they only sending? Is it only local Somalis sending their kids to these? I really hope that
no, there aren't kids.
Families are sending their families
there. Aren't even. It'd be one thing if the Somali kids were getting free healthcare.
Exactly.
There aren't even Somali kids to get
exactly. So it's just like we talk about these laundromats and these you know how they say mattress stores? You never see anybody going in and out of a mattress store ever. Ever.
Vape stores, the Indians love the vape stores around here. Definitely shady as fuck. In the UK, they have lots of like Turkish barber shops and vape shops.
Oh,
Those are all
they're just selling all kinds of drugs out of there. Yeah.
It's like the nail salon and the actual like car wash stuff from Breaking Bad. You know.
Yeah. Dude, have you noticed that every time there's an Asian restaurant, there's a nail salon right next to it?
No. All right. So what are the Republicans doing? So this is Departments of Labor, Health, Human Service, and Education appropriations bill. So the budget. 424 pages. Let's go through it, see what sort of stuff's in here. So there's a Senate version and a House version. And the Senate one is even worse. So this is what wants to give money to the creative economy through the National Endowments for the Arts. So yeah, we're going to give more money to Israeli art students? I don't know. Secretaries of HHS, Department of Labor, and Department of Education are going to all have to explain how they're reducing anti-Semitism. National Strategy to Counter Anti-Semitism is getting money. Apparently, a big barrier to people getting job services from the Department of Labor is that they're not on enough welfare. So if you ask the DOL for job services, they're going to point you towards welfare. If you go to the Department of Labor, find a job, they're going to point you to welfare. Awesome. The Senate committee wants $100 million for migrant and seasonal farm worker programs. At least the House doesn't want any. Both the House and Senate want over $60 million for foreign labor certifications. The Senate wants to keep making the healthcare profession less white by having training for diversity. Let's see, more DEI in healthcare. Senate wants $65 million for racial and ethnic approaches to community health. Alrighty then. Senate wants $10 million for climate change slush fund. NIH, let's see, grants for increased diversity in biomedical research. Let's see, more anti-gun studies.
Holy crap! This is just
this is where it gets fun.
It's the Communist Manifesto.
So, yes. So we get told, I believe it's Stephen Miller says that President Trump suspended all refugee resettlement his first day in office and stopped all federal funding to funding refugee resettling NGOs. Well, then why does the Senate want $5.6 billion to do exactly that? The House wants $4.3 billion. It's refugee assistance.
That's an absurd amount of money.
So Trump does the executive order, says we're not doing this anymore. And the Congress that he supposedly controls says, nah, we're doing 4 or 5 billion of it. Yep, that's the Republicans, guys. A lot of people will ask, why are you so hard on the admin? And the answer is simple. I want them to win. But winning means converting these stories into tangible political victories, not complaining about them before they drop out of the news cycle. I think you have something?
That was very demoralizing. And I want George Washington back. Donald Trump isn't good enough. And I say this as someone that voted for him. He's not going to cut it. He's just not going to cut it. He's a nice old boomer that does some good stuff, but I'm fully just realizing Trump's not going to cut it whatsoever. I mean, we realized this back in 2020 and stuff, but I'm saying even these minor issues, you can't cut funding for basic fraud. It's insane.
I had to stop doing political videos because I was one of the few people who realized it in 2020 when we were under lockdown. Somehow,
I mean, the shot is very obvious. Maybe to some people.
Yeah, it's hard to defeat a radical leftist with a centrist, right? Because that's what Trump. Trump is a centrist, and we're trying to defeat the radical left. So
he believes in bipartisanship still, and you can't play ball with the
people
left.
that want to destroy you. You know.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I mean that's a true statement, though. It's very much the first part, but what's he doing?
Names. Well, okay, I was going to ask. We were running out of time though. Name some of the Republicans in Congress have done. That's good. Trump's done a bunch of executive orders that have done very little and won't stay for the next administration. Name some of the Republicans.
I love the secure border. I'll always say that we have the most secure border in American history. Love it so much. But weren't you the one, Erwin, that informed me he's pardoned many people that are still in jail or prison? Essentially, like the judges won't let them out.
Tina Peters, but it's a Derek Chauvin situation where it's state charges, so they say, you can't do a federal pardon.
Yes.
Which is why you just say, okay, sorry, we're not doing this anymore. We're done playing by the rules. You're all arrested. But it's not going to happen because Trump's a billionaire, boomer, Democrat / neocon. I wish he were the guy that people invented in their head that he was, but he's not. He's in the bubbliest of all bubbles. It's not getting popped. You need a revolutionary to do something like that. Trump talks a good game, but he's in his billionaire boomer bubble. I don't blame him.
Who would be like the legit far right president that we need?
We don't have anyone, and that's the thing. JD Vance.
There's nobody in the political arena right now.
I agree with Nick Fuentes that JD Vance isn't going to be enough. But even Nick Fuentes doesn't have an answer. Who the hell is going to be the other candidate?
Well, I mean, he has an answer.
JD Vance is further right than Trump, as far as I can tell.
On social issues, like abortion and stuff, yeah.
When he's typing on social media, yes, but what the fuck has he done?
We don't know.
He kind of had an Obama career where he kind of just got made and
so I said, as far as I can tell, which is not very much. I can't tell a whole lot.
He's part of the PayPal mafia, Peter Thiel, small tech mafia as well. So it sounds like an out of the frying pan into the fire, you know? Let's see. Mark Mitchell, 1969, we put America on the moon. 2025, we can't even deport Ilhan Omar. Ilhan Omar's hubby, 30 mil firm, quietly scrubs names from website. If you didn't know, she launders campaign funds through her husband, like many of them do, for I think security. Some of them will do consulting. Some of them will do security. All the squad members are doing this. Let's see. Kevin Hercules, Dear Pam Bondi, start making arrests on Real Americans. So here's Pam Bondi. You may notice she has a community note because she couldn't even tag the real Nick Shirley.
I saw that. That account got banned. Yeah, it did. Suspended. Yeah.
Nick Shirley's work has helped show Americans the scale of fraud. The Justice Department has been investigating this for months. So far, we have charged 98 individuals, 85 of Somali descent, and more than 60 have been found guilty in court. Don't worry, guys. The problem's solved. We arrested 60 people.
But the root of the problem, which is the politicians, they're not among that list.
And the thing is, you read the replies, people are like, well, are you complaining? No, that's objectively good, not nearly good enough. I mean, it's a start in the right direction.
You're
but
just going to replace them with more Somalians.
Exactly.
To do the same thing.
Unlimited amount. Yeah.
There's that. And like, how do you think that's just a drop in the bucket? Do you think that there were thousands of these Somali fraudsters? Probably.
Tens of thousands.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's the politicians enabling this
hundreds
stuff.
of thousands of Somalians in Minnesota, and 78% are on welfare. I mean, and then and the people that enable them. I mean, come on, those are the ones that got to get arrested.
The building that Nick Shirley went into had 14 of these places in one building. That should be 100 arrests right there.
Yeah.
And then, as we pointed earlier, let's see, Matt Francois just called my dad. He has no idea about this Somali fraud. 0. He said he couldn't believe he hadn't heard about it on the news, that it wasn't a bigger story. So many people haven't woken up to the truth yet, including my dad, who I love dearly. What you think should make the news doesn't make the news. I, like my dad, thought the news was just whatever story is the biggest. If it's a big enough deal, surely the news will cover it. I was wrong. The news isn't a mere variety's biggest story. It's a filter. So we got to make sure it's 0 AP stories, 0 PBS, 0 New York Times stories. This sort of thing, tell your normie relatives, friends, and coworkers. This is that perfect thing to slip in as a joke, too. That's a great way to get in with a joke. Don't tell them stuff. Ask questions. Make sure you're throwing question marks at the end. Make them do a little thinking for themselves.
That's what happens when the perpetrators take control of all the news organizations.
Correct.
They control the narrative. So
big pharma, military industrial
The fact
complex.
that anyone still watches cable news is insane. It's just incomprehensible.
The
boomers. My dad doesn't know how to use the smart function of the TV to watch anything. He has direct TV.
I have to sign up for an account?
They might steal my credit card number, don't you know? Yeah.
No, like one time the direct TV box changed and like the controller was slightly different.
Yes.
It was the worst day of his entire life.
Well, they will give money to a scam caller with a thick accent, with Google Pay cards. But God forbid I give Amazon, a reputable company, my credit card number to order, like whatever from my house. It's
my boomer buddy, who's your daddy, who appears in chat occasionally. He refuses to order anything off Amazon because he doesn't want to put his credit card in. But it's like and he'll read every single spam email he gets. Jesus,
of course.
the
Nigerian prince isn't going to fund himself. Okay.
I was gonna say I fully lean into the Amazon stuff. I even have an Amazon credit card now. You get extra cash back on it. It's fucking badass.
That's the thing. Like just showing him how to do the most basic stuff. The boomers, they do not want to learn anything. They just want to everything to stay the same forever.
Well, yeah.
And that's why they're not going to.
Because the way they did it worked out for them because everything was handed, on a platter.
It's not possible for Trump to be a revolutionary that we need.
That's my point about Washington is we need a revolutionary to overthrow the swamp. Trump's not going to do it, Mr. Classic Liberal 90s Democrat. He's not going to do it. Love him, voted for him, but that's why we need a revolutionary to drain the swamp. We don't.
Yeah, it's got to be someone young, vibrant, and who believes in the cause, and also
young and vibrant,
and also like basically back to the boomers. They just kind of want to they want the Civil War to happen after they die, and they don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, they're very open about that. Yeah.
Another thing Trump said, he talked about not getting housing prices down because then the boomers would be mad that their assets went down.
That's actually that's a true statement. That's something that the boomers would complain about. That's not even a joke.
For their own kids. They don't want their own kids to be able to afford a house.
First generation of all humanity who actively doesn't want a better life for
just think about it though, like any move that you make, it's going to make the other side unhappy.
Right.
But you need to correct for the younger generation to be able to buy a house though.
Was it Thomas Sowell that said there's no choices, just what do you call it? Weighing consequences, basically. I can't remember the statement, but yeah.
Whatever. He's probably really smart. Yeah, it's Thomas Sowell.
Not as smart as
I like his quote about AOC about the socialist. Don't let them hypnotize you. They meant to.
We're almost done, chat. Don't forget there are some super chat rewards. You got to get them in quick if you want to see more. Happy Caturday. All right, so here's this pussy. Now, back to this one. Sorry, Russia. This is getting blocked in your territory. I don't care. Sorry, we got to start back from the beginning. We used to have a real country. God bless it.
What have those brewskis done for your channel anyways, right?
So true. So true. And a little more in there. My girl Sydney Sweeney being an absolute delight. Let's see, you hit Jake Martin, you hit B-Man, the Nerdic Viking. Instead of the Nordic Viking, the Nerdic. He's
a cool guy.
Viking.
He's a cool guy. Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't. Wayfarer all up in there. Let's see. Let me find a fun one. 2
JR.
cents. You got Rachel. Beautiful. Tombstone. Doodle Dad Dan. Malda Face. Beautiful. All right, wait. Oh, wait. Let's see. Wait, did you break it? Oh no, it's still going. It's just being a little tarded right now. Beautiful. We actually have some clips for that. Let's do one we haven't done in a while. I like
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
And one of the classics, which I will actually be watching quite soon. I think I got like 2 movies ahead of it.
Give me the cash.
Been here long?
Yeah, look enough. Come on, give me the cash.
I can't wait to watch that again. It's so good. You said it's
Fifth
one of your
Element?
favorites, right?
Fifth Element,
so
hell
good.
yeah.
I've seen it like 20 plus times probably.
I'm at like
Hey,
3
you're
ish
welcome,
or
Isaac.
4. It's
Yes,
been a
thank you.
while.
ABF's the one that made me watch it, and it's my favorite Bruce Willis movie of all time, personally.
It has it all, like the story, the sci-fi, the setting, the characters, like everything just goes together so well. All the big like aliens with the big rubber suits look so freaking good.
CGI even has aged very well. The
Is
CGI
Chris
has
Tucker
aged
in that?
good. Yes.
Yeah, Chris Tucker. He's like, he's like the super gay, like in the dress, but like,
But he's like
so
the gay
good.
guy in a funny way that we're not going to call woke, in the comedy way, you know.
Hey,
Yeah.
I used to like gay characters, like especially in comedies, because they're like fun and sassy and outrageous and whatnot. Like I like gay as like a writer and like comedy guy, like
In a comedy way.
Modern Family. I love Modern Family.
Modern
There's a
Family
whole,
was
like,
awesome.
gay couple, yeah, and it was so good. Man, we used to have it.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're still going to say, "Don't
figured
babysit
out.
my children," but be funny over there. You know, just in time and place.
Yes. Okay.
Make me laugh.
AB, I appreciate you so much that I'm going to blast through this because I know you got a gaming stream coming up. So yeah, Governor Tim Walz, this was on Saturday. This I think was a day or 2 after he dropped a Happy Caturday and posted a cat picture.
I hate him.
And then the mayor of Minneapolis, he's the one who speaks the Tardinese or whatever they call it. 2025. This was post corruption. 2025 was a major year for Minneapolis. We built more housing. We reduced homelessness. We hired more officers. We made downtown hum again. We didn't just plan, we delivered. And we're heading into 2026 stronger because of it.
Yippee!
Arrest this mayor. Arrest this mayor.
I can't believe he has the nerve to say that after what they've done, man.
Yes.
If you saw Minneapolis 20 years ago and compared it to now, you would not believe it. You would not
You
believe
stole $8 billion of taxpayer money. Of course it was a major year. And that's the thing. We cannot forget eventually they're going to try to blame it on like just the Somalis. Oh, these Somalis, what a bunch of grifters and scammers. No, the Democrat Party are the grifters and scammers and are getting a cut of all of this shit.
They're only a portion of the problem in that area. It's only a small portion.
There are when I walk in my neighborhood, there's a very small chance I hear English. It's not Spanish I'm hearing. It's not just like the Indian languages. It's multiple languages that I'm hearing, none of which are English.
Yep. When I'm in North America, I'm only okay with hearing English or French. That's the only languages I'm okay with hearing in this continent. The entire continent. Even Mexico, stop speaking Spanish. Get the hell out of here.
Every time my ATM asks me if I want English or Spanish, I say words to it. I know it can't hear me, but I need to let it know how I feel about
Dude, when there's
that.
a bunch of people speaking another language around me and they all are laughing and kind of looking at me, man, that pisses me off. It's like they're talking about you. Man.
That's why you need to learn their slurs and their curse words, Magnum. So as we mentioned, Tim Walz calls it white supremacy to investigate fraud. Hassan. Let's see. I don't know what kind of fraud Somalis and daycares are doing, but I think it's a separate crime to try and storm with a camera into a daycare with kids in it. There aren't any kids in it, you fucking queer. Who during when the LA riots, he was out on the fucking highway streaming in the middle of the highway.
Yes, yeah.
Bleak future of all media. He also just recently got back from communist China, where the media loved him over there. Vigilante content that can be weaponized for racialized white nativist agitprop. Everyone's going to behave like the fake pedo hunters. Oh, that's so weird, Hassan. Why do you hate the pedo hunters? I wonder why.
I can't imagine why.
I think it all makes sense now.
He's falling out of relevancy.
He's taking money from China too.
His subscriber count is like the lowest in years.
When the bleeding heart liberals see a shock a dog, you lost your audience at that point. Sorry, buddy.
Like I was saying, some kid with a camera found public documents. You can just look up these daycares on your city or state's website, and he just went through the list going there. That's all he did.
Yes, and that's what, like James O'Keefe, a lot of the people after the 2020 election were like, all right, this person voted they were registered at this address. That's an empty parking lot.
Have you guys seen the phone call video?
Save us.
Do you have the phone call video? I didn't want to jump the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So they call one of the daycare centers.
Oh, and it goes
Tim Walz's office.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to think about that? I have no idea. Is that like an old rollover number that somehow goes to their office now or something? Like, why does that happen? Did they sign up with that number? Like, what the fuck?
Maybe Pam Bondi and Cash Patel will eventually be able to tell us.
Dan Bongino will do it. He'll do it.
Oh,
it's something to question Waltz about, wouldn't you think?
I guess we should talk about. I mean, Dan Bongino is tomorrow. Today for me is his last day, I believe, or he's got maybe another week or something. Because he's leaving early January.
I can't even keep track of.
Oh, and Sidescrollers called the number too, and it did go to his office again.
All right, now so this is what we need. We need citizen journalists. This guy Isaac.
Yeah,
I asked Claude. Yeah, he's got 4,600 followers. I asked Claude to find AI to find as many daycares as possible in Minnesota and any data around funding they've received. So he created his own little app website where you can sort through all of it. So we need researchers, and we also need people that tech savvy people who can do this sort of thing to make it easier for the researchers. There's the person who posted a thing on GitHub for making it easier to read the Epstein files and stuff like that. There's so many ways we can help with this. Even small R retard data Republican found her niche. This is what we have to do. No one is coming to save us. The Republicans are not. This is what we have to do. So what can you do with this? Isaac, I got a good idea for you. So he made this website. So you go through it. James O'Keefe brings this up. It's amazing how many people don't know what a qui-tam is. False Claims Act. So here's the False Claims Act. If you find fraud, the qui-tam provision, whistleblowers file lawsuits for the government. Government intervenes, and the relator receives 15 to 25% of recovery. So if they recover $100 million, you get 15 to 25%.
What about these $8 billion daycare centers?
And then if the government declines relator proceeds, a loan may receive 25 to 30%. So yeah, there's also other ways. So basically, there are bounties out for fraud. You can become a fraud bounty hunter, basically.
Exactly, yeah. We need to start incentivizing this type of stuff,
the
fraud bounty hunting, actual bounty hunting,
but the rub
privateering, this type of stuff.
The rub is that they have to be prosecuted, though.
Right.
Which they won't be.
No, Pam Bondi's some of them.
No, I want people to jump on this for sure.
Who have been fully prosecuted. But yeah, fiscal year 2024, almost $3 billion.
Oh, there you go.
So any of you entrepreneurs out there, we all have our rules to play. this is my role that I play. No, I mean, sorry, as a reporter and a streamer is the role that I play. Now,
start a part-time job now.
yeah, so it's like Isaac. He's a meme guy. Magnum is joining ICE. There's the various things that we can do, and
you know
Exactly, yeah.
what might be more likely now that the funding is cut off from Minnesota, or at least hopefully it is, and it stays that way. They start turning themselves in, like the money's not flowing anymore, so acquaintances start flipping and turning people in and stuff
actually
like that.
Now some of the people who were exposing the fraud in like Columbus and whatnot, now they're like Muslims and Somalis doing it too. So they are, because that's the thing, is they're not all the same like tribal group and whatnot. So they hate each other. So honestly, yeah, they may do some snitching just to get like.
They probably will. They have no loyalties.
So when did this story break? Was it 3-4 days ago?
5-ish or something.
So yeah, I think we probably know a lot more about what's actually going to happen in a few more days, as far as like actually getting actual things.
This is the tip of the tip of the iceberg.
They have a few weeks to get some stuff done.
Like I said, the DOJ and FBI have already been there for a couple months now, picking back up on the cases that for some reason the Biden administration said, oh, we're not going to look into that anymore. Coincidentally, Tim Walz is going to be the vice president for Kamala, though. Coincidentally. And Benny dropping another 100 dicks. Shout out Benny. I actually coincidentally have a clip for that. Well, damn it. Yeah, you dropped 2. I gotta go get another one of the dick ones. One moment.
What is it, son? I don't know, sir. But it looks like a giant
dick. Oh. Appreciate you, Benny. What's funny is I was actually about to say thank you, chat, for all your support. And like right as it went in, I was going to show Sydney Sweeney boobs, and I was like, oh wait a second, no, sorry, it's Benny. But then I was like, should I do a tab for Benny? No, actually, here we go. This one would be for Benny. Gabby's clip.
Well, maybe I ought to get behind you.
See, I take care of my audience here. Thank you very much. ABF, I'm sorry for going late. Where can people find you here momentarily?
In about 10 minutes, I'm going to be playing a game called My Summer Car. I wanted to play this because my winter car came out, and I looked it up, and they're like, no, don't play that one yet. Play My Summer Car first. So I'm going to check that out just so I can get to my winter car.
And have you seen people play it? You obviously haven't played it. Have you seen anyone play it?
I actually haven't, other than the Steam videos, on the page itself. It looks like a lot of fun.
Do you know how to build an engine in a car from like the ground up?
I know the basics.
Okay, well, you may need to know more than the basics. You literally have to build a car.
Put tires on wheels.
I've had my LS1 stripped down in the driveway before and put it back together, and it worked. So
okay, perfect. Yeah, I think they give you like a little truck or something to start with, but yeah, like once you get the My Summer Car, you literally have to build it basically from scratch. And then when things break, you have to like hunt and take off the one certain piece, and then go buy like a new. Yeah, it's certainly your kind of autism. That is for sure. Speaking of, Isaac, what you got coming up?
It's the Tylenol. Don't blame me. Now, Monday nights, as always, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, the Golden Age podcast on my channel. I'm super close to 400 subscribers. So if people could subscribe.
Please, God, subscribe. I'm tired of him begging on Twitter for more subscribers. Please,
it's happening every day. Oh, I'm chilling. I'm 100 away from monetization. It's got to happen. So you might see some people from the Cabal coming up as guests. Someone big. You might see.
Do you have the watch hours? Watch hours for monetization?
I'm more than 2/3. So.
Oh, okay. Getting close.
Yeah. So 100 away. You guys can save a Tylenol affected child in your local neighborhood. Just subscribe. Truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Please. So. I'm so tired of seeing it on my timeline.
Oh, it's happening I'm going to do it twice a day. Forever.
Magnum, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, just other than I'll be on Golden Age podcast every other week with Isaac as well. Subscribe to his channel. And that's all I got for the night.
Beautiful. So now that we've finished it, are we going to get some accountability here? I think we may actually get a little bit of accountability. I think we might get a little bit of red meat. It's not going to go up very high, and then several months from now, there's going to be a news story most people miss where it's like, oh, all those prosecutions got thrown out by a judge or something like that. But I think we might get a little bit. The fact RFK's doing some stuff, I think we might get a little bit. Not going to be enough. What's your final verdict, ABF?
No, I think you're right on that. I think we're going to see something because yes, the mainstream media is not covering it, but it is it's all over my feed. I can't not see something about Somalis on my freaking Twitter page or any other social media place.
Somalis and Stranger Things, yeah. Yep. That's all it's been.
Or sometimes a mixture of both.
Yeah. Then Isaac begging for more subs.
Every single day.
Isaac, we're gonna get a little
eternal accountability. At the end of the day, the world's going to be consumed in fire. But the reality is, I think Republicans will give us some meat on that bone to get reelected in the midterms. Possibly they might deliver on it a little bit, just enough to get over that edge, keep the majority, because they like to keep the jobs, And I think Trump doing some good things. He needs to crack down and be the dictator that the left thinks he is. That's what we need from Trump. We need a revolutionary.
Magnum, your final verdict?
Yeah, so I think someone's going to go down. What I need is politicians. Maybe they'll get Ellison or Omar. That's something. What I really want is Walz, because clearly he's doing this. But at the same time,
we're not going to get big names.
What I was trying to
keep that one dude out of prison.
But what I was trying to explain last night's podcast I was on Golden Age was that this all happened before Walz too. So this all started way before Walz even got there. So it's complicated, but at least a couple of politicians got to go down, otherwise it's completely lost. So
yes, that's. We're not just complaining to be never Trumpers and throw shade if we're caught one. We want this king fixed, and what we're currently seeing is not going to fix it enough. And I don't want a live through a communist revolution.
Support Nick Shirley too. Support Nick Shirley. Yes. Support anyone aspiring to be like Nick Shirley, and go be Nick Shirley yourself. It inspires me. Get more engaged in the local community and find out that looks kind of sus. Let's look into that. Let's talk to people. Is this a legitimate thing going on, especially when it involves invaders from the third world? So your local communities, focus locally.
Yes,
have to go down. If either one of them will stick around, it's terrible.
So final word, all of my documentaries and stuff I made, it was all actually one secret message. The real reason I made them all, to finally convince people no one's coming to save us but us, and then to give them that kick in the butt to get them off their butt to help save themselves. And this really shows it's us. Sorry, Republicans ain't going to do shit. It's going to be us that actually ends up winning this in the end.
100%. America first.
Appreciate you all so much. ABF, I fucked my movie wheel. There aren't any more movies on it. I owe you a movie. Think of a movie recommendation while we do this outro. Appreciate you all. Could not do this without you. And make sure you go check out ABFs after this. Or alternatively, if you want some Gooch, we will be rating into Gooch. Appreciate you all so much. Could not do this without you. No outro. We'll do a little aid so that way you guys go straight into some Gooch. Appreciate you guys.
Everyone